Welcome back to another live stream. I've got 1,000 things going on right now, and I think I got it ready here. Turn that off. Turn chat back on. There we go. So welcome to the live stream. My name is Keith, and it is another week live. I was not live last week for a number of reasons. Better hit record. So we've got record on now. I was not live last Tuesday. If you go back to my last live stream, which was 2 Tuesdays ago, I got off the live stream, and about 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours later, we had a surprise in our house, and that was we lost Shannon's mom. And so did not have the live stream last Tuesday. We've been just kind of digesting that happened, but definitely want to just give a special shout out to Shannon's mom here. And obviously she's been like my mom. I'll pop this on the screen here. Let's see. I think I'm just going to pop it right over top of my face. So that is me and Sharon Scannell. That's Shannon's mom, and she passed away 2 Tuesdays ago. So at about 8:15 tonight here in the Pacific Northwest, it'll have been 2 weeks. So shout out to Mom. We love you. Oh, hopefully you're looking down tonight and watching the live stream, but just wanted to give a shout out. Had kind of a memorial still image up last week, so hopefully if you guys saw last week's note, you know I was not live because we were obviously going through that moment together as a family. And it's really great to have one of my granddaughters on the live stream tonight, and won't put her on the spot, but just give a shout out to her. So I'm Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios, and this is our Black Friday live stream. Obviously, Black Friday is the big sale every year. You never know when the stuff is going to start, but it just happens, and you have to be ready for it. And so I've been watching the sales. I've been looking at what I might be interested in. So I'm going to talk about some things tonight that I may already own. But I would recommend you taking a look at them. So we are going to spend some time after we say hello to everyone in the chat. I still have a little cold, so hopefully I'll do okay. I haven't talked this much in 2 weeks, so I may be dropping some lozenges just to make sure that I don't lose my voice. But it is great to be back. Obviously, one of the outlets that I have here in my house and my studio is to be live with all of you. And so again, thank you for being patient with me. I actually have part 1 of my Extreme ISO series done. I want to start recording part 2. I planned on doing it 2 weeks ago, and then obviously everything changed. Our family kind of got it's turned upside down on our heads, so we've been adjusting to that. And so again, shout out to all of you guys for being patient. Thank you for popping back in tonight. So I'm not going to leave that in. That makes too much noise. And again, let's say hi to the people in the chat tonight. So let me get chat on the air here and see if this is working. In early tonight was Grish from Spokane, Washington. It's good to have you. Followed by DJ Ware. He said, Keith, sorry for your loss. Thanks. I appreciate that very much. Halen in the house tonight. Let's just see. Is that not popping up? That'll pop up. But yeah, when the message has been retracted, you can't pop that person on the screen. So here you go. So if you're wondering who might be my granddaughter, that gives you just a little idea. Excited to have you on the live tonight as well. Good evening, USTEP Productions. Thank you for joining me. You already kind of gave us a shout out to the DJI Mic Mini, which we covered a couple weeks ago. It's a new non-recording mic kit. Anyway, you guys can check that out 2 weeks ago. That was in our live stream. I do not own one, but I wanted to cover that product. And thanks for joining me tonight, David. Thank you for those kind words. Appreciate your guys' support in this season that we're going through. And Halen's asking how my day's been going. And Grish said hello again. Actually, my day's been going pretty good. Shannon's sister here, Patty, is here. She's going to stay with us for a few days, and her and Shannon are working on all the details. Those of you that didn't know, both my father-in-law and my mother-in-law have passed away now. We originally moved from on the other side of town. They sold their house. I sold my house. We built these two houses together. I have a picture of me in 2019, early in March, standing on the property with no house built here. And then we moved in August of 2019. And then you guys know how crazy things got after that. But they moved in before us, I think in July, or June. We moved in August. Dad passed away. We call him Papa. Alfred Scannell, he passed away 3 years ago, coming in January. And then Mom passed away 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. And so we're going to have a little celebration of life together on December 7th, which is a Saturday. And so that's going to be happening here in the Tri-Cities. And the girls are working on all the details. We have some animals next door. We have lots of things to adjust to. We were kind of overseeing both houses, even though Mom was living with us almost 5 weeks before she passed away. So it's good to have you here tonight, Joe. And good to see you as well. Jay, thanks for showing up tonight. And normally Jay has a stream, but he's not going to have a stream tonight. So again, it's not going to be a long stream tonight. Hopefully we'll get a little over an hour in. I do have a clip. I attended a live stream just from my living room on Sunday, and I was not feeling good. I was sick, so I was here at the house, and I had the incredible privilege to join with a bunch of other people, Aaron Parecki's live stream. And I asked him a question, which we are going to have his permission. So shout out to Aaron Parecki to give me permission to show you this clip. The link to his entire live stream is in the descriptions tonight, as well as a number of Amazon associate links. Obviously, if you use those, the disclaimers there to let you know I do get a little bit of money. But some of the Black Friday deals tonight you can't find yet on Amazon. So those links are not going to be available, but I am going to share where you can go and take advantage of some of these great deals. And we'll be covering Black Friday deals tonight. And talk about some of those pieces of equipment. And some of them are very tempting. Like a couple days ago, I almost pulled the trigger on one of these items we're going to talk about tonight. It's good to have you, Keel. Well, that's great. I know your English isn't good, but I'm glad you're here. I apologize. Hopefully I'm using my English very well. So I want to start out by real quickly talking about this. Every holiday I try to add something new to my Batman collection. And so I'll just put this on the camera. Let's take this off the air here. And so this is a Hallmark decoration. This is the box, and I've already opened it. It was on my shelf. I got it out tonight. There's kind of the description on the back. And I'll set that down. And it's this little baby right here. So I'm going to push the button, let you guys see what this does. Buttons right here on the back computer. And here we go. Let me put the sound over here.
Though we may never know who he is behind that mask of his, thank goodness he's there when a crisis befalls us. Yes, Commissioner. Right away. To the bat poles. Oh boy, let's go!
So there you have it. I don't know how it's got a little hook on the top. I could hang this from the Christmas tree, but it's going to actually go on my shelf. So I've been watching this for a couple years. I finally found a store that had one that was about $60. It's not a Black Friday sale. It's just, I like to show you guys things I've added. And so I have my bat shelf here in the studio. I am going to do a tour video here in the next couple weeks of my studio, be uploaded on my channel. And so I will talk about what's on the bat shelf here in the studio, but that's where that's going to go. And it's really cool because it's electronic. It's got little speakers down here, little holes right there. Obviously in the back, you can access the batteries. These are AAAs. There's 3 of them behind this little door. And so people can come in my studio, they can push the button, and I'm adding a lot more of these 1966 Batman collectibles. And so probably not going to hang on my tree. It's pretty heavy. You can see this is not a small little decoration at all. And get this to focus. There you go. Oh, come on, camera. Focus. There we go. So again, Batman and Robin are up in there. The top is them in plain clothes upstairs, and then when they slide down, they are in their bat costumes, Robin costume as well. So just wanted to share that with you all tonight. Again, it's kind of fun for me. I grew up with Adam West and Burt Ward playing Batman. 1966 is when it launched. It was 2.5 seasons. It kind of fizzled out after 2.5 years, but then with all the syndication and all the people that shared it and watched it, it was in Canada for a number of years. Then the United States started playing it over and over again, and now you can buy the whole Blu-ray series. And lots of companies like McFarlane are making characters. Hallmark are now making Batman characters. DC makes characters because it's obviously a DC copyrighted thing. So again, a shout out to Hallmark and the decorations that they're making. That's a lot of fun for me. This is one I got last Christmas. So it's got Batman and Robin in it. And this one you can turn on and off right here too. And it plays the Bat theme and the lights turn on. So that's on my shelf as well. This is over here. The rest of my Batman stuff is on a shelf on the very top up there. And I have a lot more in my garage that's in boxes. It hasn't been open, but that is the little thing that I brought with me. Hallmark decoration. So there's like 4 or 5 more. I'm going to collect them as time goes by and add those to the Christmas time. And I needed a happy thought after 2 weeks ago. So I was on the fence, but I pulled the trigger, and having that little Hallmark thing put a smile on my face. And little things like that can be a big deal when you're going through a loss like we went through. My bat shelf is crazy. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I'm loving it. Elliot, it's good to have you too. Both my granddaughters have popped in the live stream tonight. That's cute. Thank you guys for joining me. That's sweet. Juris Designs, AK Gary. Hi, Keith. Hi, everyone. It's good to have you, Gary, in the chat tonight. So, Black Friday. I wanted to ask a question of one of the, and let me make a super source here. So let me go in here, and in box 2, let's see. I will put, yeah, box 1. Let's see. Box 2. I'm gonna do my hyperdeck. And let me see if this will work right here. Let me transition. Oh, I need a background here. Okay, I think I have this set up. Let me turn chat off the air. What is going on with my logo? There we go. Let's keep that on the air. So let me introduce this clip. Let me just transition here to Super Source. So Aaron Parecki.
Keith says, out of all the new switchers you have had on your channel this year.
Let's start this again here. Okay. Let's change cameras. This camera isn't working. Sorry, guys. Let's do EOSR. Okay. So I love to attend Aaron Parecki's live stream. It's every Sunday typically, and he's one of those tech gurus. He really knows his stuff. He's got lots of subscribers on his channel now. Way more than me. He's one of the guys that I've learned a lot from. I get to ask questions on his channel. I do a lot of super chats usually. I don't get to attend that often, but I always try to do a super chat to let him know I appreciate him. And he's been doing a lot with new switchers. So I want to start tonight with, because of live streaming and video production, those of you that do podcasting and you want to have different switchers, there's a lot of new switchers out there. So I asked Aaron a question. So he gave me permission to roll this. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and I'm going to let you guys listen to what the question was and let Aaron answer the question tonight. And then we'll look at some Black Friday deals, and he'll actually bring up a Black Friday deal here in his comments. So here we go.
Keith says, out of all the new switchers you have had on your channel this year, what would you recommend as the best for a home studio? Home studio. I think it depends on a couple of things. At this point, I would say it always depends on how much, on exactly what you need it for, and what kind of thing you're willing to sign up for to work. So, the AT Mini Extreme is still a very capable switcher. AT Mini Pro, I think, has a bunch of limits to it just because of the single USB and single HDMI. So you're always going to be fighting something with that. The form factor is great. The OC Go Stream is essentially an AT Mini Pro that fixes all the problems. 2 USBs, 2 HDMIs, and then the Go Stream Duet has SDIs, which is super useful. So I think that this would be a really good option now instead of an AT Mini Pro. AT Mini Extreme still gives you more features and more inputs, obviously. So I think the AT Mini Extreme can also be a really good option for people. And even though it's several years old, it's still very capable and like works just as well. It's not like it's going to suddenly be irrelevant. That said, both of those work like traditional broadcast switchers, which takes some learning. So you have to be willing to like put in the effort to learn the terminology, upstream key, downstream key, those kinds of things. Like you will need to understand that and work with that method. The Rodecaster Video, on the other hand, the Rodecaster Video, I think, is a really good option for some people if you don't mind the limits that it has. But Rodecaster Video, I say is a good option because um, it doesn't work anything like a traditional broadcast switcher, so you don't have to learn that stuff. It's much simpler to give to somebody who's not used to working with traditional video tools, and they'll be able to figure it out. Plus, the auto switching feature for podcast setups is great, and then like the connectivity with the other Rode mics is it's very well done. So at this point, I would say for a home studio, probably ATEM Mini Extreme, Go Stream Duet, especially if you are interested in getting SDI gear, or Rodecaster Video, but it really depends on what your goals are with the studio. The Magewell Director Mini and the YOLO Box are they're good. They're just, I feel like they're not the best for a home studio setup because of, well, the Director Mini only has 2 HDMI ins anyway, so it's just limited in connectivity, but also being a touchscreen, I think that it's just like, it's good for when you need it to be portable and when you are like out in the field. Rodecaster Video has a much higher price point. Well, it's like if you're comparing to the Extreme, it's about the same as the Extreme. But yeah, the Go Stream Duet is super, super affordable. Speaking of which, that is one of the things that they're having a Black Friday sale on right now. So this is actually a really good time to get one if you've been thinking about it. Let me drop a link in the chat. There it is. That come through? Yes. Yeah, there is a pretty good sale on the Go Stream right now. 20% off. So it's it's $316 right now. Which is really good price considering what this thing can do. Yeah, with the SDI ports. So it's a 5-channel switcher, and then for the 4 video inputs, you choose whether you want SDI or HDMI. You can kind of switch them on the fly, but I don't really recommend using it like that. But having the SDI inputs, it just gives you so much flexibility for like once you start doing things that are just a little bit more than just HDMI cameras. And 316 is hard to beat, honestly, for what that thing can do. It's amazing.
So again, thank you, Aaron, for letting us share that. The link is in the description for his entire live stream, and it was a really good one. He shared some other things that he thought were great opportunities for people to take advantage of. And so check that out. It again is in the description. So let's talk this just a little bit. Here you have a Amazon location, $316, normally $395. So the OC Go Stream, I haven't ever touched one. I know about this. I thought about using this for a couple clients that I have. What I love about the OC Duet, they have the HDMI version. It is less money, and we'll look at that here in a minute. But this is the Duet, so you have 4 SDIs, and you can use the SDIs or the HDMIs. And I think there is see if I can bring my mouse over here. Where did my mouse go? Come on. Where is my mouse? There it is. Okay, so here is a picture of the back of it. And so just zoom into that just a little bit so you guys can see it. So you have all these HDMIs, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 outs, which is really important. Again, you have to get the Extreme by Blackmagic Design to get 2 HDMI outs. You can buy the SDI and get 4 SDI outs of the Extreme model. Comes in ISO only. And so a couple things that I noticed about this. first of all, 316 is a great price. So if you needed to do some long runs or wanted to bring a hyperdeck in, hyperdecks have a key and fill. So you'd use, and they're SDI. So you'd bring those two in to two of the SDI inputs. Then you could have two cameras come into the HDMI inputs. And then you have two USB-Cs. One of the USB-Cs can be used to record the program. The other one can be used as a webcam input. So again, you can even bring a webcam in. I've never tested this, never played with it. But according to Aaron, it does record the program. You can stream from it. Again, you can choose between SDI or HDMI inputs. He said he doesn't recommend switching them on the fly. So that sounds like it could be glitchy. So if you pulled an HDMI cable out of input number 2 and then plugged an SDI cable into input number 2, it sounds like it may not switch automatically. But again, I've never tested one. But you can see it's about the size of an ATEM Mini, but it has the top row and the bottom row. So you have a program row on the bottom, live row on the top. Again, the ATEM Mini, the Extremes do not have 2 rows of buttons. You also have the transition bar, which is really cool, where with Blackmagic Design switchers, the ATEM Mini, Mini Pro ISO, the ATEM Mini SDI ISO, the Extreme ISO, the Extreme SDI ISO, all of those have 1 row, and you can either use it as cut bus, which means that every time you push a button, it'll cut to that channel, or you can change it over in the software to cut program. And so that means that you will have a green button for the next channel ready to go live and a red button for what's live. And again, the red means that that's what people are seeing, like you're seeing this right now. That's super source and it's live. If I hit auto transition, now you're seeing this camera view live. So again, I'm just pushing the buttons, making 1 green, 1 red, and then I'm hitting the transition bar, which is just a button. There's no bar that I can pull up and down, but you can see that this device has a transition bar, and you can see that better in that photograph. So you can pull this bar up and down. Lots of buttons on the front. So again, for 316 with all the things that does, obviously it doesn't do ISO recording, but I love that you have 4 inputs, either SDI or HDMI, and you can bring a webcam in. That means you could have 5 cameras going on in your studio, or a hyperdeck and 2 regular HDMI cameras and 1 USB camera. And again, things like the face cam by Elgato could be used. I also have the new Insta360 Link 2 in my studio. And I have a friend right now that wants to do a podcast, and I like the idea of him being able to start with a really nice quality webcam and then add cameras as they go. And so they could use a webcam as their main camera as they're just doing video of their podcast. They already have a Rodecaster Pro. And when they get the budget, they can buy bigger cameras. So I do like what I'm seeing here with this particular device. And then if we pop over here, you can see the one that's just HDMI. It does not have outputs on the side. It has all the other features, just like the Duet does. This is obviously called the Go Stream Deck, and then the other one's the Duet. So this has the 4 HDMI inputs, 2 USB-Cs, and then you also have the 2 HDMI outs. So again, with the firmware update recently, you can send 3 different outputs to the HDMI's out. So program, preview, or multi-view. So you could have a multi-view monitor, and then the other HDMI out could be a confidence monitor, or you could feed it into a web presenter if you wanted to use a web presenter as your streaming device, even though this will actually encode and stream and record the program. So again, so tonight you would get just this recording of what you guys have been seeing, none of the other inputs that I have behind the scenes unless I cut to those like that. So if I cut to these, then they would be in the stream. But if I don't cut to, or in the recording, but if I don't cut to them, they wouldn't be in the recording. So where my Extreme, I can set it up to record every single input. So that's pretty powerful. It records the audio, keeps a record of all the still images that I'm using. So the logo would be in a folder. And if I opened with a still image, it would be in the folder. And I could bring that folder into DaVinci Resolve and then change the transitions if I didn't like them. And that's what's really cool about the Extreme ISO, as well as the ATEM Mini Pro ISO. They can record every single input. So this is a great opportunity for you to take advantage of a Friday, Black Friday sale. And some of these are going to end in December at some point. Some of these may end on Saturday. I don't know. You guys will just have to watch those. But if you're looking for a switcher. Now, this wasn't the only one that Aaron recommended. He also talked about the new Rodecaster Video, and we've talked about it here on the channel. That's a new device that kind of melds the world of a switcher, as well as an ISO recorder. Has basically 2 channels of Rodecaster Pro audio built into it, or Rodecaster Duo audio, however you look at it. So again, you can use XLR mics. That's really cool. And that's about $1,295. That's what an Extreme ISO costs. But these devices, you can see by GoStream, they're great for in a studio, and it's only $236 for the regular GoStream Deck, and $316 for the OC GoStream Duet. So again, they approached me and asked me if I wanted to have one to look at and play with, and I just did not have any time in my schedule to do that when they reached out to me. So maybe sometime in the future, I will get one of those and add it to the channel. So that's a switcher. You can also look at the Rodecaster video, just for those that may not know what that is. Let me bring up that web page here. So there you go. That's the Rodecaster Video. Again, it's been out for a few months now, I believe. And it's got a little LCD screen. It also works with the Wave Rode Wireless Connect, I think it's what it's called. There's all the outputs on the back, lots of USB-C ports, able to use web cameras. I think 2 web cameras. There's all your HDMI ports. Again, it does not have any SDI ports, so keep that in mind. But you do have the 2 XLR ports, so you can take a regular XLR mic like this and plug it in, and I think that makes it really cool. So, okay. So back to me and a logo here. So again, go check out Aaron's whole video. He talks about some other things that he was really interested in. And this was one of them. This really caught my attention. This is the DJI Power 1000 portable power station, the DJI Power 1000. And it is on sale right now. Believe it or not, instead of being $1,000, you can purchase this right now for $479 Black Friday sale. This is an amazing, and there's a couple other things that DJI has on Black Friday sales, but this was really tempting because I have my Go Power. In fact, I edited my video that I shot in the backyard with a solar panel and my Go Power little battery pack. It's a 500 milliamp battery pack. You can recharge it over 2,000 times. So it's got very long life batteries. And this device is very similar. It's ultra high capacity power output, dual 140 watt USB-C ports, super fast charging, 23 dB fan noise. So give you an idea how loud it is. So it has fast charging for drones. And it's really why they came out with it. Everybody's flying drones. They want to fast charge their drones, get more life out of their batteries, fly longer. But I can see a lot of people using this. You can also charge it with solar panels. You have to buy some of the adapters that they designed specifically for this device. Then if you go to DJI's page, they have this little, page all about it. Ultra high capacity, 2200 watt stable output, 2600 watt 30-second output. So for 30 seconds, it can put that much out. That will help supercharge your batteries. 4400 watts peak output, 124 capacity charging ability. Mobile phones, you can charge it 57 times. Refrigerator, approximately 19 hours. So you can get one of those little refrigerators. Camping lights, approximately 32 times. I don't know what that means. Guess plugging in your camping lights in your tent or your trailer. Coffee machine, 55 minutes of running your coffee machine. So again, these don't have like power like you'd have in your house, but in an emergency, or if you're camping, or if you're on the road, or if you're out running your drone, or if you're shooting a video somewhere and you want portable power, obviously this is way more power available than my GoPro or GoPower DuraCube, which is a 500 milliamp hour battery. So again, more of a close-up, surrounded by drones. You can see kind of the size based on it being parked here in the front seat console of a car. It is solar power chargeable. It says DJI Power 1000. Can be connected to solar panels through the DJI Power solar panel adapter. It's module MPPT, or the DJI Power Car power outlet to SDC power cable. So that would go from your car cigarette lighter into it. And I have one of those adapters for my GoPower as well. So you pay extra for that. They have packages that include different of those cables. But again, you can see more of what it says about that. So you could take it camping, take your drone with you. So intelligent battery management system, a lot of these batteries can sense the charging and optimize the cell. LFP cells, the LFP cell is safe and durable and can achieve 4,000 cycles. So twice as many cycles as my little GoPower cube says it can do. And there is kind of a look inside of it. And so again, you can go to DJI's website and check this out. But you can see you got a couple outlets there, couple USB A's, couple USB C's, lots of little charging ports. Here's a close-up of those. And so pretty cool little battery. Use your iPad, your laptop, and just have some portable power with you. Here is all of the accessories that are available right there. And so they have two models. They have a little 500 milliamp model, and it's on sale for $360, and for $479 you can buy this one. So there's the OC devices, Black Friday prices, the DJI batteries, Black Friday pricing. And again, if we click on this, you can see the little smaller version as well right here on the screen. And again, normally $499, $360 is not near as good a deal as the 1000 amp battery. So keep that in mind, and decide if that's something that you might want to take advantage of for Black Friday. Let me look at the chat here, and put chat on the air. Good to have you, Hank. Hank's letting us know where he's from, and says he's spending Thanksgiving with family in Goshen. And so good to have you with us tonight, Hank. So if any of those devices are of interest to you, let me know in the chat. We have a poll that's available for you to answer. Have you done any Black Friday shopping yet? We have 42% say yes out of 12 votes, and 58% say no. So some of you have already been doing your Black Friday shopping. And so we'll leave that up for a few more minutes here in case you did not get to answer that. But I'd love to find out what your thoughts are. I have plenty of other Black Friday items to talk about tonight. And again, there are some Amazon affiliate links in the description below. But now we're going to go over here and look at a wireless transmitter and receiver. This is the Hollyland Mars 4K wireless video transmitter system. It's got 0.06 milliseconds of delay. There are some devices out there that have 0.01 millisecond of delay. So keep that in mind, but that's very insignificant. Probably would not even affect you if you were focus pulling, but there are devices out there. But I just thought this is really cool. You can use this and also monitor it on 2 devices if you're going to send the signal to the receiver, or you could have it hooked up to your camera and use 4 devices. If you're not using the receiver, you could just use 4 devices with their app, and you would be able to monitor what was going on. So if you had a green room and you wanted 4 people to be able to watch on an iPad what was happening in the other room, you could use one of these to send the signal from one room into a green room wirelessly. You just have to make sure it would go through the wall. But this is a savings of $250. Normally it's $649, and it is on sale for $399. And here's some of the specs. It does 4K up to 30 frames per second. And so you could then monitor 4K or transmit 4K, but it doesn't do 60p or higher. Those would need more high-end features. And this has 3G SDI, which can do up to 4K, 30 frames per second. And you can see on the side right here, you have SDI, and it also has HDMI. Let's take a look at the side right here. So you have HDMI and SDI. And again, those are 3G. And it even has pass-through, I believe, right here, SDI in, SDI out, which is really cool. Here's a look at it from the top down. Here's the other angle of it. Here's kind of a side angle. And again, these are not small devices. Let's see, I think there's a picture of it mounted to a rig. And then I think there's another picture right here. If it mounted to next to a monitor to monitor. Here it is next to a monitor again. There it is on a little swing out arm. Again, green room monitoring so that you can watch what's happening and see it on the display. So there's a lot of different uses for these transmitters. I do not own one. I've been watching these Hollyland versions and considering getting one of those. So the DJI battery would be great to have just as an emergency battery, or if I'm shooting and I need more than my little 50 milliamp, 500 milliamp version by GoPower, it would be nice to have the DJI one. And the price is really good. Price is really good on these Holyland Mars 4. Again, $399, saving $250. That is a pretty good deal for Black Friday. Again, I'm not going to tear down into all the specs, all the details, but you can go check out, again, the links in the description, or go check these out on your own. I'm just pointing out some of the different devices that I saw available. And I want to talk about Elgato, because Elgato has a whole bunch of things. In fact, their green screen, their XL, and I'm going to be using my green screen by Elgato. the wider version. They have two. They have the regular green screen. You can see it way over there. And then next to me is the XL. It's going to go on sale on the 29th. Have no clue what the price is. Right now, you'd be paying $169.99. It just it's spring loaded. It comes out of the case. And you can see the case for the regular one on the left. And you can see the case for the XL on the right. So I'm not sure what the price is going to be, but there are some other sales going on right now. You can save 29% on two Elgato key lights, and I have two Elgato key lights on this side of my desk and that side of my desk, and then I have a key light Air on that side of my desk. I have a key light Mini right up here. In fact, you can buy those for $249 and save 29%. But if we scroll all the way up here, let's see, where is it at? Here we go. You can buy a prompter right now and get a key light Mini included. And you can do that for $199. So regular price is $364. And I believe that's the combo price for the prompter and the key light Mini. So if you would like to take advantage of that, you're saving 30%. That is a great sale. Save 42% if you buy the Pro Prompter Bundle High Rise for $234.99, and you get this Elgato bracket. So if you're just going to use a webcam or you want to use the L camera mount, then you could just use that mount that comes with. So you can use the prompter with a webcam, like a face cam or Insta360 Link, but I would recommend that you use it with Elgato's Face Cam or Face Cam Pro or their new Face Cam M2, which is kind of an upgraded version of the old Face Cam. This is the oldest version of their webcam, so you would want to buy the M2 version of this. It's got better features and better picture, but I've had this for about 3 or 4 years now. And the Face Cam Pro records at 4K, so you can crop in and change locations. So that more competes with the Insta360 Link cameras. And again, the Links have gimbals built into them. So I prefer the Link stuff, but if you want to just put a webcam with a prompter, then I would say get the Pro, which fits into it perfectly. It's got a plate for it already. If you buy the Face Cam M2 or you buy the Face Cam original one, you'll have to use a little cloth cover. But if you buy the Face Cam Pro, there's a plate that comes with your prompter that fits it perfectly. You can buy it with a swing out arm. You can see right there on the screen. So that's $269. So there's lots of combos going on right now. There's the new MK version 0.2. So you definitely want to get that one if you're going to buy the less expensive face cams. And then lots of other items. You have a deal coming soon on the 4KX. On the 4K Pro, it's 15% off. The HD60X is $20 off. Then you have this video capture device that's about $20 off. And it's available on Amazon. And they're letting you know where you can actually buy some of these on Amazon Prime and when those sales are going to end. So go through their website and check those out. I will copy this. I haven't pasted this in to tonight's video yet. So let me paste this in right now. Let's see. Find tonight's live stream, edit, and I will paste this in right after the link to Aaron's live stream. So I'm going to call this Elgato's Black Friday. Spelled this wrong. Black Friday sales page. So that's in the link our links in the description. And then just because I'm so excited that Aaron let me take a clip from his live stream. Let me post this right now. Let's see, how do I go up here? In the chat tonight. So there's that link to Aaron's live stream. Click on it later, or you'll be leaving me right now. So again, those are some items we've covered so far. Let's see if there's anything else that we should talk about on Elgato's page. Where did it go here? Let's go back here. So the prompters, they have these sound panels. I love this new mic stand. I'm going to get some of these. A lot of times when you have regular mic stands for desk, and we have 4 of them that we use for my wife's podcast, some of them are too tall for some of the ladies that I have in the set. So I love that this thing will not only fold over, but it reaches out to get the microphone closer to people, so they're not having to sit up right on the table to keep the microphone in their face. I also don't want to use, boom arms for the live streams or the podcasts that I do. I like just these portable mic stands. And so 20% off on that Wave desk stand. Normally $59, you can buy it for $49. Sound panels you can buy now for $99, but on the 29th, like the other stuff, that will go on sale. So don't buy that yet. Wait for it. Lots of boom arms available and different microphones that you could buy. Save 33% on this XLR Audio Bundle Pro. All kinds of bundles. There's their Wave XLR, which is basically an audio interface that you can use if you just want to use OBS to do your live streaming from, or some other software-based device. Then you can buy the Wave XLR and have control over a regular XLR, a single XLR microphone. So that is available right now for $30 off for $129. The Wave DX microphone is available for 30% off, $69.99. So lots of good deals right now. Save 35% off this bundle. These bundles, you can see 26% off. The microphones, 30% off. You can save on Stream Decks. This is going to be on sale on December 1st through the 2nd. So a one-day sale if you want the big Stream Deck XL, like I have in my studio. I have a floor pedal. This is a great deal right now for $59, normally $89. You can buy this MK2 Stream Deck, and you can get a faceplate, atomic purple faceplate for that. That's an exclusive offer on Amazon. Offer ends December 2nd. You have the Stream Deck Plus available right now for $169. This is really cool because you can use the dials to control audio settings, scroll forward and back. There's a company that makes lots of plugins. I have a video here on my channel about the Adobe Premiere plugin, so you can control Adobe Premiere. You have the buttons as well as a touchscreen, and the touchscreen lets you stack features. So basically, they're called stacks, and there's a spot for 1, 2, 3, 4 different buttons on the LCD screen, and you can actually hit the button. So the knobs actually have the ability to hit them, and they'll switch through the stacks. So you can have multiple layers on the LCD screen. You can have multiple pages on the buttons, and then you have knob control. And they now make a Stream Deck Plus with a XLR device attached to the back of it. And so you can check that out. So integrating XLR right into the back of the Stream Deck Plus which gives it more options. You've got a deal right here on the white Stream Deck Plus, and you get a free set of these gold dials, so you can replace the black with gold if you wanted to. Those are Aaron Parecki colors right there. And again, this is their Black Friday sale. And there is lots of stuff available right now on DJI's site. And again, this link to this page is in the description. So, yeah, all of these devices, their lighting, green screens, all going to have special pricing, it looks like, over the next 5-6 days. So keep that in mind. So again, another bunch of devices. That's lots of things that you could look at and potentially decide that you want to add. What would I add? I kind of like the swing arms, especially this one right here. Let me click. Let's see. Can I click on that? No, just show it to you. I like this one that has the riser in the back. So that could replace this one. That looks a lot more sleek. And so this is getting wore out. This is the PSA 1 by Rode. And it's very durable, but I've used it now for 5 years, and they do wear out eventually just because of moving it in and out of my studio. So I am kind of eyeballing that. That would give me a little more reach. So if I do go to camera 3, I'm a little short. So it'd be nice to have about that much more length. I call this the Tony Joe Cam, Tony Quick Sex Solutions, and Tony that's here tonight. So again, this is a camera occasionally when I want to show people my desk. And I would like to have something a little bit longer to reach over here. You can see where it goes right here. So I could use my wireless microphone and put it away, and I can completely swing it over, out of the way, and tuck it in back there if I want to. So again, sometimes when I'm in my studio, I don't use this. I just use my wireless Go mic. And again, you can even find some of these wireless Go 2s available right now. Let's change cameras back. Some of these available. It doesn't come with a charging pack. You'd have to buy the wireless Go, the wireless Pro version, and it comes with a charging case. Also does 32-bit float recording. This one is just the wireless Go 2. So I bought the case and I bought the microphones, and I'm using one right now. The nice thing about these wireless Go, the wireless Go 2, the wireless Me, and the wireless Pro is that you can hook 2 of these up to the Rodecaster video. You can hook 2 XLR or 2 XLR microphones as well to the new Rodecaster video device, which is really cool. That means you could have 4 microphones, 2 XLRs, and 2 wireless hooked up. If you have a Rodecaster Pro or Rodecaster Pro Duo, you can hook 2 of these up. And so I have one right now. I don't have to use the transmitter to the receiver. The receiver is right here in the case. You can use this on an iPhone or on a camera, but there's a receiver built in to the Rodecaster Pro Duo, the Rodecaster Video, the Rodecaster Pro 2, all have receivers built into them for up to 2 of those wireless Go microphones, and I think that is really cool. Okay, let's see what else I have here. This caught my eye. I have a Canon 5D Mark IV. It's not necessarily a Black Friday sale, but I saw this. I bought this kit a number of years back. With tax, it cost me almost $5,000. This is a 4K camera. It's got all the features that you could ever want for photography. It does not have a flip out screen. It does have a mirror in it, so it's not a mirrorless camera. But I love my Canon 5D Mark IV. It's one of my favorite all-time cameras. It's right here in this shot. So those of you, that's this shot right here. And that's my 5D Mark IV. So I love that camera. And that's a great price for the lens and the camera. You're saving $500, and that's a lower price, $3,999. I think it was more than that when I bought it new, and I've had mine for like 4 years now. It's not the newest camera. It does 4K or 1080p out of the HDMI cable. It does not do 4K, but you can record 4K internally, and you can also take still images when you're recording at 4K, and then you could use those. So like at a wedding, you could just basically roll video, and then you could go back and capture stills from that camera as well. So again, I like it as a potential Black Friday sale. So you get the 74 or the 24 to 105 f4 lens. It's an L lens, very good glass. I have one, love it. And you get the 5D Mark IV, which is a great DSLR for video, great camera to have in your studio for live streaming just like this. I live streamed from it for almost a year and a half before I bought my EOS R, which is my main camera right now. And the EOS R is a great deal as well. You can pick up the body for about $1,200, but you're gonna spend $2,000 if you're gonna buy a quality lens, $1,600, $1,700 for a quality lens. So keep that in mind. And it is not a mirrored camera, it's a mirrorless camera. So you gotta use the little LCD screen inside it, or you gotta use the fold out display. I do like the flip around LCD screen. That's great for vlogging or having an extra camera monitor available for you. I use a big confidence monitor above my prompter, and I don't really need the EOS R fold out screen. But when I go do shooting with it, then I do use it. And for like an event, I wanted to do a 4K stream, I could use my EOS R, my Cam Link, and OBS, and I could record a 4K event with one camera, and I could also stream it using OBS if I had fast enough internet. So keep that in mind. That is not a bad little item right there. That is the next item on the list here. Okay, let me look in the chat here. Hank says, is Elgato Facecam Pro on sale? No, I didn't see the Facecam Pro on sale, Hank. Maybe they will have a sale here between now and Christmas, but it is a nice camera. Still a webcam, but if you look at reviews, it's one of the better webcams out there, and the software for the Elgato prompter and the Facecam Pro integrate, and then you could get a green screen, and it's great portable setup. Super lightweight. Just keep in mind, if you hang your prompter off of a lens, cheaper lenses have a hard time auto-focusing. I've noticed that even with my more expensive L lenses in my studio, sometimes I have a hard time getting this camera that has a prompter hanging off the end of the lens. And the way that works is it comes with a bunch of these step-up rings. So you screw the ring on the lens, whichever size you needed, and then you hang the prompter. It slides, has a plate that you put in the back, and it slides over that. So you have your camera with a prompter hanging off the lens. And again, in order to go forward and back and get focus, then it has to be able to move, and it's got to carry the whole prompter. Prompter is made out of plastic. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy enough that occasionally I have a hard time getting this camera to focus. And I just keep those rings up because I talk about the prompter all the time with my clients. So let me take a break here and just give you a little commercial. I do a free 1-hour consult for anybody that hasn't taken advantage of it. Why do I do that? A lot of what I do here in my studio is help people with their live streams. I've been working with Uma around the corner. Her studio's almost put together. We have another Manfrotto auto pole coming. She's gonna have, she already has an auto pole I put up yesterday, and she has another one coming. We're gonna put 2 more lights on an auto pole above her desk that's gonna shine on her background, which is a newly painted wall. I'm gonna give you guys a tour here in a couple weeks, and I'll probably have Uma here on the live stream, and we'll talk about her her front room, and it's like a front den in her house, just around the corner from my house. She's about 3 or 4 blocks away, and I've been helping her build that studio, teaching her how to use all that equipment. She has an EOS RP Canon camera with a 35 mil, the less expensive camera, less expensive lenses, and a 50 mil. Right now we have the 35 on the front of that camera, and we're using the L bracket because the prompter would not focus correctly hanging off of those cheaper Canon lenses. So now we have the Canon RP on the L bracket, and I have a friction arm that's hanging off the back of her desk. Her prompter peeks over her monitor, so she has her regular Zoom clients that she can talk to, and then she's going to be making some training videos. She has a business called Limitless Leaders, and it'll be great to have her on the channel here sometime soon. So here is another device. Now, I own this microphone, and I bought a friend one. So I have 2 of these in my garage. He's asked me to hang on to his because we're using them together in almost all the events. But I paid, what, over $700 for mine. Now you can buy this kit for $594. So you're saving a little over $100. That is a great deal. It's not a huge deal, but I love this Sennheiser EWD kit. The capsules are interchangeable. So if you wanted to put a Neumann condenser capsule on it, they make one. It's like $1,000 just for the capsule, I think. But this has the 835S capsule on it. And so again, these are on sale. This is Sweetwater's page, so go check that out. I think I might have an Amazon affiliate link on my channel for that. I like this. So Chris says, AKA the Tony Cam. Yeah, AKA. And I give a shout out to Joe as well. A lot of the monitors I'm using in my studio were donated to me by Joe when he shut down one of his channels. So a shout out to Joe. I have one of them there, Free World there, Free World there, and a Free World right there. And then I keep my BM5 monitor in a case for my remote shoots. It's a 5-inch monitor. These are all 7-inch monitors, and they work great. So keep that in mind. I also thought this was a really cool, I've looked at this kit. Originally, I wanted this kit. This is a dual receiver, and then you have a body pack with the M2 microphone. I think that's what it's called, if I remember correctly. This is going off sale in 3 hours and 53 minutes. I found it today at B&H. But again, so $17.99, you're going to get a body pack. You're going to get a lapel mic. You're going to get a handheld 835S handheld. Both of these will work at the same time. So you could have a body pack on one person, and you could have a handheld microphone for interviewing other people. Keep in mind that that microphone, that lapel mic, is omnidirectional. So that might not be the perfect microphone for you. Keep that in mind. So some people don't like omnidirectional microphones. Like a lot of these mic kits are very omnidirectional. That means it picks up all around you. I like the 835S pattern because it mainly is for holding it up to your voice. It has a little bit of off access, but in reality, the lapel mic would be picking up all around you. So you could actually use that lapel mic on your lapel and have an interview with someone because it's going to pick up them as well as you. You would just need to be inside each other's space. It comes with 2 batteries as well. And you can buy this at the 607 Hertz, 520 to 607, and the 470 to 550. Again, these are real legit wireless microphone systems. They're not using 24 band. They're using actually the regular bands, frequencies. So keep that in mind. So a lot less interference if you use these kind of microphones. That's why I have one, especially for vocalists and stuff like that. If I do small events, then I can use that microphone and be in the back of the room and not have to run a long snake up to the front of the stage. If I just need a microphone on a speaker, then I can use that. The other one I could put and mic a guitar, or you could buy a wireless body pack and have another receiver back at your main audio desk so that you could use a guitar. You need two of them if you're gonna do stereo keyboard. So actually at my mother's memorial, I'm gonna have a keyboard in stereo going to my PreSonus board, a couple speakers and a microphone, because I have a couple of my friends that play piano. So I'm gonna let them play during the celebration service. I have a friend that sings. He's agreed to sing and sing one song for me. He's also an incredible pianist. And so we'll see how that goes out. But I am going to have a sound system there so that we can use that. And also I will use it. I'm going to share a few words at the memorial celebration. So again, dual transmitters, dual receiver. You can get this in a single. That would be way less money. But for $17.99, this is a great deal for all that you get. So another great item for Black Friday. And we're getting close to me being out of links. Let's see here. Let's do this. Blackmagic does have a 20% off sale on DaVinci Resolve. So check that out on Blackmagic's site. And so if you've been wanting to get the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, you can see what you can buy. DaVinci Resolve Studio 19, you can buy right now for $235. DaVinci Resolve Micro Controller Panel, you can buy for $395. It was $509. DaVinci Resolve Micro Panel, the regular micro panel you can get for $665 instead of $959. And so you can check out all of these devices that are available to be used with DaVinci Resolve. I'm just going to scroll down here until they start coming up. Here is one of the panels for editing. So just trying to see if there's any more of those panels on camera here. Here's one right there. Here they are. So DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor, $395. DaVinci Resolve Replay Editor, $495. Actually, the Media Player 10G has not been released yet. I reached out to Blackmagic Design about a week ago to find out where the manual is. I get questions on my channel because I did a live stream on the new 10G media player. It's a Thunderbolt device. It's designed to send video through and back at the same time. Then you could use the replay editor to do instant replay. But again, that media player 10G has not been released yet by Blackmagic Design. I asked them what the deal was, why there isn't a manual available yet. But they just said it's just not been released yet. I don't know if they didn't get enough pre-orders, but it is a part of their 10G networking now. And it's an important part because it's designed to work with the replay editor so people could do replay in remote trucks and stuff like that. Like Jay works for a TV station and they do remote shoots. And so I don't think they wouldn't probably use the Blackmagic Design replay system. Maybe they will down the road. Jay, you'll have to comment on that. Here's some other panels and devices that they have. Lots of things that you can get from Blackmagic Design. So if, see back to this, go back. If you're interested in taking advantage of DaVinci Resolve deals and some of these devices, there you go. They are on sale as well. Okay, So we covered that. And then B&H always has their Black Friday deals page. So you have 6 terabyte hard drives, you have bags, you have deals ending in 3 hours all over here right now. So you can go over to B&H Photo right now and take advantage of some of these devices. You have the Deity, you have the Sennheiser I told you about, you have this Angle Mini Catch Light Reflector, you've got the hard drives, you have this small HD ND7 monitor, normally saving $650. That's a big deal. You have a Schockler Flowtech stand. These are great carbon fiber tripods. I have one, and not this exact model, but they have great heads. They have great tripods, bags, all kinds of things going on here on the Black Friday sale. So, okay, let me just make sure that I have covered everything here that I was going to cover. Think I have. Looks like I covered all of my links. So again, if you're not wanting to buy something like this to increase the Batman collection that you have,
So we may never know who he is behind that mask of his. Thank goodness he's there when a crisis befalls us.
then perhaps you want to get something for your studio, maybe something for a gift for someone. There are so many great Black Friday deals. I wouldn't even know where to begin. So I wanted to say, again, thank you guys for being patient with me. I do have part 1 of my extreme ISO training video done. I'm going to start recording tomorrow morning. Part 2, I was planning on doing that a few weeks ago, but again, we lost Shannon's mom. Actually, literally in a couple hours, it'll have been 2 weeks. So that was quite a shock. But again, thank you guys for all your nice, kind words. So I need to get catching up. I don't want to release part 1 without part 2 being done and edited, because in reality, I would probably upload part 2 and then upload part 1 so they would appear in order on my pages. But again, that's it. The first video is an hour long, part 1. Part 2 will be approximately an hour long as well. And part 2, I'm going to be covering green screen work, using the keys, lots of other things, super source, adjusting the multi-view, creating macros, all kinds of the little things I want to help people with the Extreme. My #1 performing video on my channel is my A10 Mini Pro getting started. So we need an Extreme ISO getting started as well. And it applies to the SDI model. I talk about the differences. It also applies to the Extreme. Again, the only difference between the Extreme and the Extreme ISO is the Extreme only records the HDMI main program, and the ISO records all the inputs, creates an XML file, and then the SDI model, ISO does the same thing, but it has 4 outputs instead of 2, which is really cool if you want to send confidence monitors to a couple different cameras. If you want to communicate back and forth with your Blackmagic design cameras and control them inside the control software, then you can do that with those SDI models as well. So like Aaron Preki said, the Extreme is still his top recommendation for home studios, with that OC being possibly his second choice. So again, either the ACMI model or the SDI/HDMI model, either one of these, such a good deal. Able to buy the SDI version for $316 and even less for the HDMI version. So that might be a solution for you. Maybe an Extreme. A10 Mini Extreme is going to be a solution for you. Lots of things available right now on Black Friday. Just got to get out there and start shopping. Okay, so our poll is going to end here. We have 12 votes still, 42 yes, you've already shopped for Black Friday, and 58% no. So hopefully you 58%, I've helped you see some things you might be interested in or possibly not interested in. Okay, let me see if I missed any other. Yeah, I think I got everybody. I did see Akil in earlier. I don't think I shared this. It's good to have you from Germany. And we talked about you saying your English isn't perfect, but that's perfectly fine. I have German history in my family, and I can't speak hardly a lick of German. So again, every week I have subscribe only enabled. So if you want to chat, you have to be subscribed to the channel. You can always subscribe shortly and then chat with me. Hopefully you will subscribe and stay subscribed. I do have that Go Power video with the solar panels in my backyard that I finally got edited. I'm going to finish it, upload it, I believe tomorrow. Continue working on my Extreme ISO Getting Started series. So hopefully that will be out before Christmas. And again, anybody that wants to learn about how to use their Extreme ISO or their Extreme STI ISO, that will be the perfect training video for you. Doesn't cost anything other than your time. And it's my investment to the YouTube community out there. So, okay. Let me just say thank you so much for joining me tonight for tonight's live stream. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. So I am going to use my other outro here. I got to get things ready. So let me turn that on. Chat off. There we go. You transitioned that. So I'm going to roll out. What in the world do I have here? Chat off the air. Okay. I'm going to roll out a 7 outro video. I literally am using one of my Insta360 cameras. I just blurred the focus and I put my live stream logo over top of it. And I have my Sky camera on. Let me change what it is pointed at right now. We'll put it on my Batman. And with that, I'm going to say good night and roll the music. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I see a chat here. So let's, oh, it's too late. I will just say a shout out to Juris Design. Thank you for the stream. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. Sorry, I can't put that chat up, but Juris, thank you for that little comment there. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. I'm going to have some Christmas decorations going on in here next week. A Christmas theme song, which you guys may not heard the last couple of years, but I love to turn my room into a Christmas wonderland. So we'll see what we can pull off. Thank you again for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of these live streams each week. And I hope to see you in another live stream here very, very soon.